Ever since the departure of Tom Brady, the Patriots have been in a super confusing situation with their QBs. Going from Cam Newton, Mac Jones, Bailey Zappi, and Jacoby Brissett, it seems they finally landed on someone who can finally take the reins for the foreseeable future. And with that, they're going to need a guy that he can rely on. He's young, it's his sophomore year. Drake may need somebody that he can kind of dump it off to whenever he needs to. And it seems that in the offseason, they went and got that guy in Stefon Diggs. Now, they did give him a lot of money, so was Diggs going just for the money? Probably. But I do think he is going to have a breakout season with the Patriots and Drake May. Ahead of this season, Stefon Diggs had a 73% catch rate ahead of Jamar Chase, Terry McLaurin, Justin Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb, etc., which is really good for a wide receiver, obviously. If you're in any list with those guys that I just listed, you're in really good hands. But last season, New England had a 58.9 catch rate from all the receivers combined. New England was 26th in yards after catch at 1,699, and New England was also 31st in receiving touchdowns with only 18 in total. Now, with receiving stats like that, it's not very good. Drake May was kind of put into a situation where he had to learn an offense with, I'll just say it, not the best wide receivers, not a good tight end option to dump it off to. And they went out and got Stefon Diggs, a guy who has great catch rates. And in a 16 game projection for the Texans as their wide receiver two in snap count, Stephon Diggs would have had 992 yards, 94 receptions, six touchdowns as the true wide receiver two after looking at the snap counts. Don't know what the number was, but he was under Nico Collins in percentage. And Stephon Diggs sliding into this Patriots offense helps out a lot because of their new offensive coordinator, Josh McDaniels. Josh McDaniels has a 50-50 split, I would say. Going back to 2012, each year he's around mid 500s to mid 600s in pass attempts and mid 400s to mid 500s in rush attempts. And with the incoming of Trevion Henderson from Ohio State, they have a good run game. They have Trevion Henderson and Ramondre Stevenson, who's probably going to get like a 50 also split in the backfield, kind of like what the Lions did. And Josh McDaniels said his offense is going to be a little bit confusing. Now, Drake May's going to have to learn that offense first and foremost to be able to perform to his full standards, which, let's be real, I think he'll be able to slide in nicely. Josh McDaniels likes to run a lot of RPOs, and Stefon Diggs, being a top percentile route runner, always seems to be in some sort of RPO progression. Put him in a slant, put him in an out, put him in a wide receiver screen. He's going to get you yards. Stephon Diggs performs very well in the RPO game, and with a threat like Trevion Henderson, because you don't know what he's going to do, Ramondre Stevenson, a good receiving back, you have a lot of guesses you're going to have to make with this Patriots offense. And looking at a lot of things Josh McDaniels said, he also says he loves his pass protecting screens. He has a very young O line. He has a very well kept O line, I guess I should say. And they're going to be in a huge make or break season for development. Now, they just got the LSU left tackle. Sorry, I forget his name, but he's going to be a huge part for this O line. Drake May's going to be under center a lot. And because of that, with the run game, how Josh McDaniels likes to play it, with Stefon Diggs in the boundary, you're going to have a lot of guesses you're going to have to make with these Patriots packages. And focusing on Stefon Diggs, because Diggs is the real reason that I'm making this video, he's coming off of an ACL injury. And he's coming off of I wouldn't say not so stellar season with the Texans. I thought he's pretty good. He had a couple incredible weeks before he got injured. The ACL tear is really what I'm more worried about, ACL injury. Because at his age and being a primary route running wide receiver, he's gonna you're kind of questioning if he's gonna regress or if he's going to have if he's going to continue what he was doing last season. Now, bordering 1,000 yards, 94 receptions, and 6 touchdowns in a 16 game projection is very good for a wide receiver too. I'll just say that outright. It's very good, especially in that high-powered Texans offense. And now, going from the wide receiver two in a Texans offense that likes to spread the ball around to a Patriots offense that is dying for a elite wide receiver. They are dying for one. Diggs is gonna just slip into that offense. Drake May is going to need a guy that he can just dump the ball off to easily, and Diggs is probably always going to be open. He was middle of the pack in press rate last season, I believe. I think he was right in the middle with like a 5.4 or something like that. It was the next gen stat for him, and that's going to be really scary in the RPO game if Drake May develops into a play caller that he should be able to develop into. That's going to be really scary. If he sees a coverage that he likes, he can send Diggs down. He can send Diggs into like some sort of audible, and Diggs is going to be a reception monster. Are you going to trust a team that you played with that had a 58.9 catch rate? Or are you going to trust the dude that had a 73% catch rate and was 14th in the league in catch rate in the games that he played? I think I know who I'm probably going to go to. Then, with the emergence of Travion Henderson, if he starts to ball out, that's just going to open up Diggs even more because then the run lanes are going to be covered. Diggs is just going to have free points in or free receptions in like middle zone or like if it's a man coverage, he can just beat the defender in his elite route running. And I truly think this Patriots team is going to be scary next year. And barring anything from Diggs, injuries, any regression, he is getting up there in age. Barring anything, I think he's going to be at around 120 receptions next year. Couldn't tell you how many yards, probably like 9 touchdowns. I think he's going to have a huge season. Again, if he gets injured or no, only if he gets injured. If he gets injured, this whole idea is off. But if he comes out the same way he did for the Texans in this Josh McDaniels offense, I truly think he is going to be a top end wide receiver. And I saw he's going in like the 8th round, a lot of fantasy drafts. And true, he is still kind of injured. He hasn't been fully practicing yet. But I think he's gonna be an elite wide receiver next year. If he starts to go off top 10 wide receiver in fantasy, I wouldn't doubt it at all. Trade for him now while his stock is low because he is going to be elite. And that's all I gotta say.